just make sure it's kosher. Lean on me like Bill Withers until you smell the roses.
What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscriber die trying, baby oil shining, boy. You see the thumbnail, young black man keep moving. You don't have to be a player. You know, for some of you guys who are into the red pill stuff, into the dating stuff, you young guys coming up, just know that, you don't have to have, if that's not what you want to do, you don't have to do it. You don't have to chase skirts to prove your manhood. You really don't have to do it. And I'm going to break down in some ways why you don't. You don't have to be a player to prove that you're a man. If you want to be with one person, cool. If you want to be a serial monogamous, cool. Even with that, when it comes to how guys think they're trying to be a player, and when you're younger, when your testosterone is going and you're seeing a bunch of attractive chicks, and you just want to get it in, that's nice. But if that's not who you are, don't waste your time. Because a person in a relationship, just in general, is going to have more sex than a person who's single. Just in general, when it comes to guys in particular. So, if you get in a relationship, you're in a long-term relationship, you get, like, if you dated somebody for a year, if you were with somebody for a year, you've probably had more sex in that year than somebody who was single that same year. At the same age, in the same age group. Just so you don't have to be a player. You don't have to be a player to because you think it's, how can I say, it's fun. Because they only tell you what they say the good stuff is. They don't tell you the bad stuff. If you notice that. They don't tell you the bad stuff. They don't tell you how, there are consequences to being a player. They don't tell you how there's karma for breaking people's hearts. There's karma for using people, manipulating people. When you think, if you so red pill and you sick of people's games, but you go out to play games, realize the same thing that's going to come back on them is going to come back on you. So you don't have to be a player to play, because of spite. You don't even have to do that. Just move on. You don't have to be a player to prove you can get somebody of that caliber. You don't have to be a player. Let me get a 5, then a 6, then a 7, then an 8, then a 9, and a 10. This is what I'm accustomed to. And I'm going to tell you why. Young players become old players, and old players are lonely players who don't have nobody. See, players hit the wall too, just for the record, And you don't have to do that. Like, you don't have to say you got it like that. And I was hitting this one and that one and this one and that one. The stories as you get older, when you're younger, it sounds fun. It sounds like bragging rights. As you get older, it starts to sound stupid. I'm going to tell you why. Because as you get older, people play less games. So, you don't really have to throw out a cold, a pickup line or, you don't need all of that. The ladies will tell you up front, yo, we're doing this tonight or we're going to do this tomorrow. So it's not like as you get older, there's less and less, quote unquote, macking that's going on. Excuse me. So you don't have to be a player, especially as you get older. But the other part about that, when I'm saying, young players become old players and old players become lonely players, is because there are guys who get so used to the player lifestyle that when they want to settle down, they can't. Because that's an adjustment for them, And the other thing is, you don't have to be a player if you understand that single people want to be in relationships and people in relationships want to be single, but both don't want it. So what I mean is, single people want to be in relationships because they're single, because being single gets old. But then again, they don't want it because they want the idea of freedom over the idea of relationship. And then people in relationships want to be single because, I'm with this one person, but I got a plethora of options in the world. And they find out the hard way that, and I've seen this happen numerous times when people who in relationships become single and they realize that relationship was the best thing going for them. So being single is not what they want. People want to be able to play, hop in and hop out. At a certain point, you just got to commit to one or the other. But you don't have to be a player. It's not really a necessity. Is being a player going to help your life? Is going to help you achieve your goals? Not really. Not really. You can learn how to be confident and talk to people and get numbers and date and have sex without even being a player. You don't even have to you can do all those things without, being a player. Just being upfront with you. But that's just so you know, like, share, subscribe, or die. Try and catch you on the next one. Peace.